for the scout helicopter. But let's see how the Texas will roll out from the very beginning. I will go to this camera for a brief second, see if I got the angles right. Oh yeah, definitely working the angles. Working the angles so well. And here we go, they're off, and the match is live. It is going to be kicking off here. Natus Fungus versus RaVe Esports, with the teams on the wrong side. Of course, you can see the boats going straight for the 2 gimme flags here already, and no one from China team spreading their assets wide to Bravo. Raven already giving 1 to Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie, but here we go, we have some actions coming in. A big squad bomb coming into Charlie Point with Jug coming in right now on the point. 3-4 infantry from NaFu to contest against Bamboo, who is in the boat, and all they can really do here is use their engineer kits, but unfortunately he has the stinger in his hand, so it's not going to do much damage against the boat. Bamboo being repaired, but not going to be much to do here. Rune and a double repair going out, actually. The boat and helicopter coming in, and that is it down. Dictor getting the kill with his E11, and there we go. The suicides coming in for a rotation as the boat from NeoWizzy will be pushing up and missing the boat completely there for a moment. And Alpha and Bravo secured here safely by Mr. Noises, and Scribbler Gump giving the information out from this tower here. A lot of scope for him to play with and, you know, relay any sort of information to his teammates and get the rotations of spawns going. He has a DMR as a loadout, but he is just out of reach for that Igla to do any sort of damage. So all his role right now is just to be an in-game commander and make sure he keeps his squad working like it should. But there we go, Alpha squad coming in, a C4 jet ski coming in, Rune not being very successful, getting taken out straight away and not going to make it, even getting taken out by the infantry there on Alpha flag, and Alpha flag will fall to China team as Scrubber and Gump does not manage to get into safety here. But we do have Hex on the point contesting against the scout helicopter from NaFu. But they are fairly well spread out here on the objective, and they're not going to be sort of grouping into one position here as Hex manages to get into cover at the last second. But he is aware that there are some infantry on the roof that haven't dropped up by the helicopter. It's Appeal and Briga, both waiting to pounce and get in on the kill. But let's have a look here from Carusa's perspective. And Zero, 2 infantry bodies on here, but Delta's being not going to go into their favor as the boat, helicopter, and infantry support is going to make it very difficult as the suppression kill assist comes down and Hex gets taken up by NeoWizzy from the Z11. Getting the refrag in here, but he's very low health and he does get taken out by Briga, and Delta flag will remain in control of the China team as we have NaFu squad bombing in again. 3 bodies just holding Charlie onto not wanting to let this flag go, but the ticket difference isn't so big as of yet to make it difficult for Raven to get back into the game and back into the lead. But if they do not secure this Charlie objective, they could be facing a very difficult situation for them to turn this game around and get the bleed in their favor. Dirty getting the kill there, former TAF team member. And Dictor just raking up the kills now in the Little Bird. 5 for 0. And I have to say that the dynamic of the game hasn't changed so much without the boat. Of course, you do have a bit more control and it's easier to push the objectives. But Dictor is just going to go here and try and get the laser guided onto Carusa, who might be able to get the Igla out, but he's so exposed. His only chance is to get into cover behind the boat, but he does get taken out, unfortunately. Dictor swooping in quickly for that easy kill on the exposed beach there. Like what, Carusa won't be having any lovely martinis on that beach. Or mojitos. That's more of a suitable setting or suitable drink for this map. But it appears to be stalemate. We do have some swimmers here. Zedero and Misterman swimming in to Charlie objective, but it's going to be very difficult for them to get anywhere, as NaFu have the high ground here, and they seem to be setting up for a rotation, as the suicide did come in from Wimax. But I could be mistaken. This is aggressive positioning here by NeoWizzy, verging up into the US side, but he does have the repairs coming in relatively quickly from bottom. And that is how it is looking there. It is just going to be a very slow push here. Bamboo keeping a very defensive position here, having Rune as a repair tool, and it is just going to be a stalemate between the two boats. They have significant cover for them to use, but they're going to stay fairly passive, and they will need the help of their fellow infantrymen to try and take out that boat. But it could be a chance for Bamboo to get the hits now, but the repair rate is just too high and too much right now. Rune switching it up. There it is, the tow missile coming in. There we go. Gump just holding this position here, making sure no infantry is coming in, but there is no... Jug dropping in the slams. A couple of surprises there on him, but will Bamboo and RaVe, well, Bamboo and Rune managed to stay alive in this boat. They managed to get rid of one, a second one, I guess. Again, sneaky M2 slam placement there, as Rune and Bamboo are going to back up and try and resist the situation, but it still is a stalemate between the two teams. 204 to 236. It's going to take a while. Misterman in the helicopter managing to dodge that Igla. Of course, the TV missile. They do have the little bird up in the air now, but is it enough for them to do a rush onto a flag? Delta seems relatively exposed here, but the Raven are focusing on Appeal, who is doing a swim here, trying to get to Alpha objective potentially, or set up a potential spawn point for a quick rotation onto Alpha point and get the third flag and stop this being a team deathmatch and turn it back into a ticket bleed conquest game. We do have Briga, and it is still at a stalemate. The boats are just not bringing anything to each other. They are very limited what they can do, especially at those NeoWizzy unfortunately missing the helicopter there. Let's see what's going in here. But we have a Jug coming in with the MLG jet ski going up into Bamboo, but Bamboo's going to react quickly and take him out. No cigar for Jug, pushing up onto that objective and trying to get that boat taken out. Dirty with Javelin. This has turned into a very slow game, but we do have some action finally happening here on Delta flag. We have Mr. Noises pushing up onto the flag, and he is running with the ACWR, of course, standard loadout for competitive, but he has the Igla, and it's going to be difficult for him to get the lock on. By the time he gets that lock on and manages to hold it, Dictor will be able to come in and get the frag and take him out relatively quickly. Zero not managing to connect any of the shots, and it's time to turn down the audio because the storm is OP and is very loud. Even though it is nice to add to the ambiance, Kawusa will be exposed there, and there is no one else on Delta flag, but there is a jet ski coming in here with Scrublord Gump. He has the opportunity there to have some squad mates spawning in, but he's just going for the boat. Will he manage to get it? Yes, he does, and NeoWizzy is still not taking out. The AP is popping to save his life just barely, only at 25%. But has the information been relayed to Bamboo to try and get a TV missile out to him? But Dictor, being evasive, having a perfect clean sheet. No, has been taken out 2 times, so not a clean sheet as I expected it to be. And Bamboo is going to be trying, but here we have the opportunity now for Raven to get the bleed in their favor. They are down by 30 tickets, but all they need is that one flag, and one flag only to manage to turn this around. But we do have Bottom rotating around to Alpha as well as he can, but there is Hex, who does manage to spot him. He does have the Javelin, but it's just out of range for him to get the lock on and get that shot in. There it is, the shot coming in. and bottom gets taken out. Hex rocking the javelin, and now it is the time for Kawusa and the boys of RaVe to push up onto Delta Flag and get the ticket bleed in their favor. But the grenade going out there, not landing towards his target, and it is going to be a close one. Dictor here get it taken out, and that is it. Delta looks like it could be in control, but there is 2 infantry spawning, and here it is NEJT and his squad mate. Dirty, I believe. Could be Dirty. No, bottom. Mr. Min getting the kill here, and Kawusa getting taken out there bottom with the refrag on Delta Point, but he's going to lay low. He has the opportunity for 2 infantry to spawn in on him. That is NEJT and Dirty, but it just doesn't seem to hear it. But here it is so quick. The turnaround has happened. Charlie Flag is being contested as we speak by RaVe Esports, but the response from NaFu is coming in strong, and they've managed to stop the bleed, and the flag is grayed out. And Bamboo getting the kill on Nizawizzy. Mr. Min as well, taking out Jug, and Appeal by Hex, who manages to get the rib boat down. And there it is an all cap in favor of RaVe Esports. Now it is up to Dictor to be the mobile spawn point for his infantrymen to get in, and manages to clear that roof, get the 2 infantry dropping down, and secure Delta objective. But there could be the respawns coming in right now, as Risapil manages to dunk on Zedero, taking him out swift and sound. No sound for Zetero, unfortunately, but Charlie is in control of NaFu still. Mr. Min in the helicopter, switching seats to get unspotted and trying to have a little bit of a tactical advantage to try and take out the infantry who are on Charlie Flag. But it's all good and dandy. Charlie stays in the control of RaVe Esports for the time being, but Newizzy is here with bottom in the attack boat. Has not been made aware of Mr. Min's presence, and he does get taken out by Scrub Lord Gump with the C4. Scrub Lord Gump, always a professional C4 in BCL. Best C4 vehicle user EU by far, hands down. And now Mr. Min is just going to have a merry time here, staying in the flag radius, helping it being capped towards RaVe Esports. No response coming in here yet from NaFu, except for 3 infantry here for Hex to deal with. But can the Finnish infantryman bring the rain and take them all out in one swift motion? He does have Mr. Min coming in to give some extra information. He's going to be checking every corner, every nook and cranny to make sure that this flag, which can be a difficult situation to be in because of so many buildings. But Hex manages to get the kill. Dictor gets down. He has a second one to contest against, but Appeal gets the refrag on Hex, and Hex falls. Caruso is going to be running over to Bravo Point and swimming over, and we have Wayma who gets taken out by Mr. Min, who's just going to be carefully scouting out the region with the scout helicopter. Of course, we do have greetings to everyone who is tuning in as well. Hello to Milos the Medic. How you doing, buddy? And also to Money Cube, Evil Benny, Hattie Fnatten, Decay, Spiros. It's all your fault, Spiros. Flo Maesterus, Megas. And of course, all the rest of you who are watching right now here on AwesomeGG. Hope you are doing well. The boat is up again for NaFu. The helicopter as well. This could be a chance for them to do a coordinated push onto Alpha Flag while Bravo is being secured there. But Mr. Min does not manage to get... Oh, he does. He whips the TVG around and even gets the second hit out here as NeoWizzy is just panic repairing, forced to bail out of his own boat here for the time being and get those reps in and keep that valuable vehicle asset alive on this map. Wickmax being flushed out there by his incoming smaller straw coming from Delta objective, possibly. He might be able to land the small shot, but Mr. Min being so evasive or blissfully not aware of the infantry presence on Bravo, but I'm sure he is with his MLG flying skills. And unfortunately, Wickmax Jug not managing to connect with that RPG as Dirty is being in the open, getting taken out by Hexwell with the higher ground there, having the advantage in that situation. Dictor is up and running. do have some infantry happening here on Delta Point, but Alpha seems to be and will fall to NaFu right at this moment because of the support from the boats. Mr. Min is going to be pinned down, only land very little damage with those miniguns, and he's just going to have to wait for Scrubblord Gump to come around with his C4 jet ski. I do believe in Scrubblord Gump. He has managed to do it. They have managed to get the all cap, but now it's back to 2-2. No sort of bleed in anyone's favor, but at this moment in time, I have to say that it's going to be very difficult for NaFu to get back into the game with over 120 tickets down. The Scrubblord Gump is just going to wait and take his time here as NEJT will be running up onto Charlie objective with only one infantry to contest against. That is Izitero. Who is not prepared to engage. He has the Igla, and he's going to get taken out there quickly. Not prepared. NEJT getting the drop on him. An appeal taking out Mr. Noises there on Delta flag. And Dirty as well, winning the infantry battles here on Bravo flag, and they can begin to cap that. But any spawns could come in right now to just try and contest it. There it is. We have Hex, but he's right in the open. He's very exposed here, but Mr. Noises still manages to spawn in. Bravo flag in control for RaVe, and he's going to open up and get rid of some of the cover with the engineer kit, which is very useful on this map. Needless to say that there are a lot of vehicles, but you tend to not see very many medics running on this map. Alpha flag back in control of US Blue of RaVe. NaFu taking Charlie and Delta flag. The waves. We have Scrubblord Gump coming in here, and he's going to manage to get the C4. Yes, he does. He takes it out with a suicide, but his death was not in vain, as Bamboo here is pushing up onto Charlie objective with NEJT. Being aware, seeing the spawns coming in, manages to get one kill. Bamboo falls. JT getting the second squad mate, putting on Zero, doing the Zuzu jump around the corner. Unfortunately, he does get taken out. And Rune coming in for the reflag. Mr. Noise is also coming in. The Dirty falling. But Jug on Charlie Point with a jug of milk in his hand. And the rotation from both of them going in 3 suicides as they try and attempt to get an all cap and push Bravo objective quickly, or possibly get a spawn in on the helicopter and get dropped off on Alpha and try and get the ticket bleed back in their favor. 17 minutes in to the match, and it has been quite a long match with the 4 flags. Dictator getting taken out there by the boat by Scrubblord Gump. Oh, Mr. Min, I'm sorry. It was Mr. Min in the rib boat. It is a stalemate at the moment. 2 flags. This is a chance for RaVe to get back in the lead. Well, they are in the lead, but get the bleed in their favor and finish this round off. Rune taking out Neo Wizzy, who chose to spawn in on the jet ski there, as it is the closest spawn on this flag. Get back into the game as quickly as possible. But there is no helicopter for Scrubblord Gump here, as we do have Dictor pushing up onto Bravo Point with this squad mate as well. X being disturbed for somebody not being able to find out where the shots are coming from, manages to get taken out by a peel. Music is starting. RaVe have managed to secure a victory on round 1 against NaFu, but NaFu did put up a very good fight there and did have a very interesting tactic, pushing straight for Delta, but RaVe did spread out right in the beginning to have all their assets sort of, you know, to have the information given out to their team to find out what is going on, who is pushing what objective. But Mr. Noises, could he get the double kill? Gets the 1, gets the second double kill from Mr. Noises, stopping that burn on Bravo flag. And is it safe for him to secure it yet? No, there is Dictor, who is still in the flag radius. You could have the spawn in from Appeal. Dictor is a stalemate now. Mr. Noises and Hex, two very good infantry players, are going to try and deduce where the two bodies from NaFu can be at this very moment. But they are in the building, which is a satellite of these two larger ones. Third body being forced into the spawn here. There is no chance for NaFu to try and win this one. 13 tickets. They need a miracle to pull this one out of the bag. Mr. Min. Very good trying to get the shots on Mr. Min, but I don't believe he managed to get any damage on him. Mr. Min is still quite alive and well with 81% to spare. And there it is, 11 tickets to 140. 3 flags to NaFu right now. The infantry here, but we do have Bamboo pushing up with Rune in the boat, but deciding to stay calm and wait for the opportunity to pounce. Managing to miss Neo Wizzy there, taking cover under the rocks. Very difficult angle for that TV missile to whip around. Willow Smith could not even whip her hair around that corner, ladies and gentlemen. We do have Turbo Bansku backing up, getting one shot in on him. Dictor trying to do the damage. The boat is rushing in, but it's not going to be enough for NaFu to get into this game. All they can do now is decrease the ticket difference. They cannot afford. They only have 7 spawns, which they can afford to give away in this match. They do have the bleed in their favor, and all they need to do is hold on. But bottom being taken out by Bamboo. And Dictor also getting disabled and taken out, but he might get repaired. He might survive this one. Only 2%. All he has to do is land and panic repair. He manages to save his helicopter just in time, but Bravo's being rotated on right now with Hexwell and Mr. Noises. And Gump, of course, going for the furthest flag away possible to keep rotation fresh. And he's going to be pushing up onto Alpha Objective. Scribbler Gump. You know, just chilling the boat. He'll be fine and downing there, but the Dictor trying to rotate around. 3 tickets remaining. It's not looking good for NaFu, but they managed to decrease the ticket difference by at least 30 tickets, and it should keep things interesting for the second half for NaFu versus RaVe here on Awesome GG. And this will be the end of round 1, he says. No ticket bleed yet in anyone's favor. Alpha flag is still being contested. Jug does get taken out. Dictor is here in cover. A 1v1 as NEJT against Mr. Noises. NaFu holding on by a thread. 1 ticket. They want to try and cap one more flag. They want to try and get it in their favor, but the bodies, they can't afford to let any more spawns come in. And RaVe do have the resources to have the squad come in, and now it is going to be a ticket difference, which will come as the game will finish. And that is the end of round 1, ladies and gentlemen. With 687-0 in favor of RaVe against NaFu.